Hi, Carol here, and I'm back with my card. My BFF came Wednesday night. Everything was like a whirlwind. She arrived early, we went to Bible study, and we came back and we were visiting. And then Thursday, we went thrift storing all day, and I bought a nice hutch, beautiful maple, and we sanded that thing down Thursday night, and I painted it, well, we did black, and I'm telling you, it fit in my kitchen like it was made to be there. And so I have been busy with that. I'm going to post some pictures on my blog, www.stampandribbons.blogspot.com, if you want to go over and check that out. But for now, I want to finish this card today so I can get it in the mail for her. Now, the first thing I did, you saw it in part 1, is I cut out a 6x6 card. The measurements on my card, though, the papers that I had cut out previous to making the card, were 6.5 by 6. So all I did is I grabbed a sticker and I folded it over the edge. Can you see that there? Just goes to here, and it just stuck on there to give it some reinforcement. And then I put from my 6x6 Pure Elegance pad of paper, I picked out this to go on that side, and you're going to get the 2 browns on the inside. It's totally vintage. I needed that 1/2 inch on each side to fit. And then I picked out, this is going on this side here, like that. And then I took the Tim Holtz sewing die and I ran that through. I'm going to work with this. I haven't decided which side I'm going to put this on. I think it's going to be this side, though, on this black sheet. That's going to go on the inside. And then I'm pretty well set for all the images that have to go on front, because we did that in the first video. I distressed the edges of the, I don't think this is Sahara sand. It's all of the solid colors are Stampin' Up! Papers. And I distressed it, folded it back here. It is going to go on the front like this. I tore this off to fit the curled edge up here, like that. And it's going to go right there, like so. And then we are just going to add to it. And everything is there. I picked out some stickles. Right now I am sponging the water. Even though I did it with the Copics, I am going to add just a few little bits of color here. I'm going to color off because I just want this to blend in. I'll show it to you when I get done. I just want it to blend in with the Copics and come down. I added already, let me see, because I have the green on the sides for the fence, I don't want to add too much of the water because I want to blend it in with the green here. Isn't that pretty? I just love magnolia stamps. So I set that across there. I did it with the Bashful Blue. I'm going to add some of that, some more of that. And let me move this out of the way. I'm not going to use any more of that, but that's the Tempting Turquoise. So I think that's pretty well enough. Even though my Copics are there, it's just a different shade. It looks like the top, actually. There. That's all I'm going to do on that. I may add a little bit of this to the sky, but not much, because I already have the 2 colors there. Okay, so that is the Bashful Blue. And let's start doing it. So I did her little petticoat. I am going to bring this up just a tad so you can see the coloring. Let's move down. Oh, there we go. Don't want to get in there so that it's so blurry you can't see it. But I started with E02 on the planks here, the wooden fence. I did some E13. Then I'm going to go in with some E29 to darken it up on here. I'll keep it just like that if you can see it. And we did it so that the light was coming down from the left. So I will make the left hand side, and the wood is going in 2 different directions. So it'll be on the lower, the dark will be on the lower half here of my fence, like this. And I'm just going to add some dots in there, dots in there, underneath a little bit. There we are. Same thing on this side. And then we will proceed to blend this in, and the fence is finished. Then we'll do the grass and the flowers. I did it in yellow. So the right hand side I'm keeping darkest. And that was E29. And then I'll add some E15 to blend it in. And we will be finished with the fence. Oh my. Let's grab some 0. And that's our blender pen. I just gotta push that back up there. Got a little heavy with my hand. There, it's gone. I love this 0. I have 4 of them. Don't want any of those to run out of color. So Kathy and I went to the thrift stores, like I said before, and I bought a beautiful hutch for $30. And you should see it now. Oh my. It's beautiful. She can refurbish things, I tell you. Okay, so I'm coming in here just to blend that dark in. You got those little flowers on there, which make it, you don't want to get into those. There we are. And then push this back in. There we are. Okay, and there we go. So that was E15, and then I am going to add some E29 to just give it a little bit on the left-hand side, a little darkness on the lines, the dots. On the wood. There we are. Don't want to be too heavy. Left hand side, underneath, like this. Get those dots in the wood with the dark. Then I will go back and blend it out. That was E29. And I will take some E13 and blend that all in. Like so. Because I have green going in there, I want to be very careful. But I do want it to have a couple of colors, and that's what we've achieved. So this was the E13. There you have it, and now I'll get into the green. So I'm going to start with the YG03 here on these leaves, the stem. Just dot the grass. Just give it some. There we go. And add some green up there. Just some little dots here. In the grass. And we will add some more. As we keep going, I'm going to add some more. So that was YG03. And then some YG13, just to give it some dots to fill that in. Then we'll darken it up with our other color there. So pretty. And I think I'm going to do her, nope, I'm not. But I am going to add some Y15 to her petticoat here to just give it a little bit of color on there. That was the Y15. And then I am going to add a little bit of YR4 to these flowers. I had put the light, it was Y02 on there, but it needs, it's so tiny, but it just needs a little bit of added color on the yellow. There, nice and pretty. Do the center of these little butterflies. And I think I would do her little frill, just to add some of the color there. I think that's good. And I forgot to do, that was YR4. I am going to do some G16 on the leaves. Like this, add some more dots. You'll see how this will go in when I get to the just dot it up there when I sponge it. That'll bring it all in. Okay, and that's G16. Then I'm going to take the G21. And that's the lighter color. I'm going to bring this in just a little bit for when I am going to add the sponging. Some dots. Fill that in. Like so. And we are all set with this. We can put it together. That is the G21 and the YG13. Then I'm going to get a sponge and add some old olive and some certainly celery. Okay. There. Certainly celery over here. Like that. Dot it. Love it. Okay. Then I want a little bit of that old olive in there, so I'm going to put some G99 through here. Just with some little dots. Coming down here like this. Some added grass. There we go. Beautiful. That's exactly, I'm not doing another thing, don't think. So that was a G99. Take some of my old olive just to dab in so it doesn't look like a line there. There, perfect. So there you have it. We are finished the picture. And let's turn this over. Oh, there we go. So let me give you a close-up there of the image, and then we can bring it down. I love that. I love that. So we're going to set that aside, and let's start building the, let me move it up so we have a little bit of, there we go. Okay, so let's start building our card. So I have this section to go on here, and everything is going to lie flat, so I'll just start gluing. Let me make sure I'm in the camera here. Move this out of the way, and we'll start adding. The layers is what's fun too. I mean, it's like, I'm using my ATG because it really does have good glue on there to hold this down, and I want it held down. So let's start building. I want it to hold, hold, hold. This is going to go right to the edge, like so. Okay, leaving some, we can always bring that out. Okay, and then we'll just start adding our layers. Next was the blue, and take your Stampin' Up! Distress tool, and I'm going to give this, I don't want it to be as distressed as the rest of the card, but I want it to have some distressed look on it. There we go, because of all the layers, you're not going to see a lot of the card. Let me make sure I'm still in the frame here. There we are. So now we'll pump that up. I am going to go like this. Let me just see here. I want that to show. So let's just take off some of the top here. And I may end up taking a lot of it off. I like that. There we are. I'll take some of the Baja Breeze, and I'll distress the edges just a little bit with my sponge. I think I actually want this, no? There we go, let's bring this up. And there we go. It's a beautiful day here today. There we go. I think this is our fall. There we are. So we'll put that down. I'm kind of just doing it as I see it. I want the corners to be straight on that side. So we'll go like that. And let's see how I want this. Exactly. That is nice. Okay, that's our blue piece going on there. Isn't that nice? Then grab the next piece. This is the last piece here before we start building. And which side do I want to take out there? I'll take out the top. And I want the pink there, so I will go make this side like this. As I build it over like that, perfect. And I'll distress that with some soft suede. And I think with this one, I will take some of this sponge to make it go quicker. And I'll sponge the edges. Like this. There we are. There we go. So we have this. Move that over. And that's the trouble when you have double-sided paper, eh? Because the other side's always so nice, and you just hate using the other side. It's like, okay, we'll stick to doing the corners like that. And I want to see the blue there just on the edge. Okay, so there you have that, coming together nicely. And then here's that stitched piece. This is going down here, the stitch piece on there. So I am going to rip a little corner off here, just on the top. And I'll distress the edges as well. There we are. Okay. And we will put that down. Boy, that's a squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky. There. And I think I'll just do a tad bit of the brown on here as well. Can keep the edges just plain. There we are. And I think, just a second, yeah, I'm gonna, just a minute. I want to make sure I get this down. Okay. So this is going to go on here, like this. So I think I'll use some Tombow Mono Multi, excuse me for my reach. Let me see how it goes on like this. There, I don't even need to use it. Okay, so let's get this on. It's going to go like this. There we are. And And I'm going to glue gun this. It's coming together nicely. See, when you take everything off, you're not quite sure how you had it. That was there. Then up in the corner was my flower, like this. I kind of want it to be on the open, like that. And it is going to just play itself out right there. There we are. I like that. Then this was going to go down on the heart end, like that. Just a little piece of that burlap. Pull it over. There's where we are so far. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. And then we can add this now, because I can see where I want this. Tuck that under there. Kind of bring it down. I want to be able to see this, so just a minute. I may lift a little bit of that up. There we are. Work as you go. There you have it. Okay, so then this is where my image is going to go on. I have a band-aid on my finger. I cut my finger yesterday. Okay, so that's working like that. This is going to go up on dimensionals, but this has to come down like so. Cut this out and back like that. Okay, I think I'll use my Tombow on here. My time is running out as usual. There we are. Tombow will stick that down. Like this. Then put some dimensionals on that. This is coming together nicely. Just put something away for a few days and you just forget what your original layout was going to be like. And there we are. Dimensionals. And put this down. I love doing these vintage cards. Number one, as I always say, you can, there's no exact measurement. You can just be ripping and tearing and it comes together fine at the end. It's not like doing a precise card.